Yes, students, in the series of numericals, now this numerical is based on the velocity, means it is related with motion in a straight line. Now, if we go through this question, a train A, which is 150 meter long, is running with a velocity of 40 meter per second, while train B, which is 130 meter long, is running in opposite direction with a velocity of 30 meter per second. What is the time taken by the train B to cross the train A? Now this numerical is based on the relative velocity. Now if we go through the relative velocity, if we take a velocity VA for an object A and another velocity VB for another object B, so if we want to know the relative velocity of an object, suppose for an example B with respect to A, so it will be VB minus VA. Okay. Now how we can calculate it? Simply if we go through an object if moving from a point, that is VA, which is in this direction, and another is moving with this in VB. If we want to know the resultant of these two, so either we are using this head tail touching method, and if you want to know the resultant, I am taking it on this. I have taken a vector that we can have, say for example V. Now if we take this VB plus V, VB plus V, which will give the VA. Means if we want to know the VA minus VB, so it will give the relative velocity for this A. Means relative velocity of object A with respect to B will be given by VA minus VB. And if you want to know the relative velocity of object B with respect to A, this will be given by VBA, which is equal to VB minus VA. So this is through the vector. So we have got this. If we have a train moving with the velocity, train A moving with the velocity of 40 meter per second, means if we take train length, that is 150 meter, and train length of A, and a train which is moving in this direction, so we can say train length of B, train, which is 130 meter. It is of A and it is of B. Okay. Now the velocity of train A, this we can take VA, which is 40 meter per second, and the velocity of B train, it is 30 meter per second. Now if we take the total length of these two, so total length will be equal to 150 plus 130, that is 280 meter. Now once we have got the total length, and the train is moving from here, means this is and this point, it is total length if they are moving like this, opposite to each other. So if we go through the velocity of train B with respect to A, this will be given by VB minus VA. Now this train is moving, both the trains are moving opposite to each other, so it is VB minus V minus A. This velocity is a vector quantity, we have to take this in negative direction. So final velocity of B with respect to A, that is your relative velocity, will be given by this relation. Means if you substitute the value 40, which is the velocity of train A, and VB, that is the 30 meter. So here we are having 70 meter per second relative velocity of train A of B with respect to A. Now once we have got the relative velocity and we know the total length, means path length, we can determine the time taken, because we know that the velocity is equal to total path length divided by the total time taken. So here we need to know the time, so time will be given by total path divided by the velocity. relative velocity that we can say here. So total path is that is 280 meter and the velocity is 30 meter per second. So finally we have the 74 4 second. So the time taken by this B train to cross the train A will be given by 4 second, means the correct option is C. So here in this manner we can solve the numerical, and similarly we can opt for the multiple choice questions. So go through it